Here in the warehouse you can see lots of pallets full of cases of RUTF that is being ready to be sent to malnourished children. You can see it's packaged for USAID and UNICEF, and each case represents a 6-week treatment cycle for one severely malnourished child. Here's where the loading doors are, all the raw materials, which in case you didn't know it, RUTF is made out of peanut butter, fortified milk, and special vitamin nutrient mix that's exactly fortified for a malnourished child. Here in this factory, these are giant tanks of peanut butter. You can see that number 2,124. That's how many children are able to be treated with RUTF every time we fill one of those big containers of peanut butter. You can imagine a tanker truck pulling up to the factory every day, filling those up. And that stainless steel tube takes the peanut butter into the mixing room. Once inside this room, this is the first stage of mixing, where you can see the same stainless steel pipe comes in, and that is powdered sugar that gets mixed in with the peanut butter, adds the carbohydrates that the kids need. You can see the giant mixing unit there that mixes it in line, and it's carefully formulated to mix at a very specific ratio so the kids get exactly the recipe that they need in RUTF. And behind this next door is actually the kitchen. This is where we do the mixing. You can see the giant mixers where we take the peanut butter, the sugar, the powdered milk, and the micronutrients, and it gets mixed in. Next it goes into these holding kettles where it heats up the product, make sure it has a nice long shelf life so RUTF can be kept in the packets for up to 2 years. You can see the temperature readings on the wall, and after the heating kettle it goes to a cooling kettle, and then it is ready to be sent out to the packaging machines. Before it does that, you can see it runs through these pipes and goes through a metal detector to make sure that nothing was introduced in the mixing process that you wouldn't want inside of one of those RUTF packets. So we'll peek through the window, and now we're in the packaging room. So we have 3 giant packaging machines. Each of those has 2 different tubes. So as these things are running, they are cranking out a lot of RUTF packets. You can see the film or the packaging coming off those rolls. It actually looks like metal, but it's kind of a metallized plastic, so it has a 2-year shelf life. It doesn't allow anything inside that packet and keeps it in good condition for the young ones that need it. This is where the product is fed into the packaging machines, and each of those are sending out the packets of RUTF. These get put into cases, and each case has 150 packets, which is roughly the amount that you need to treat one child for 6 weeks. The children will receive 3 packets a day, which is equivalent to basically 3 meals a day. That allows not only their bodies to grow and to gain the strength they need, but their brains to develop, which is super critical for kids that receive this product. And RUTF is given to kids that are 6 years old and younger, usually between 6 months and 6 years old. And you can see all the boxes here lined up, ready to go. And the factory actually has additional capacity here, and there's a few of these factories around the world that are able to produce this product. The boxes then come across this conveyor belt where they are stacked neatly into 45 boxes per pallet, and those pallets are then sent overseas. You can see here we've got a trusty robot that does the stacking definitely a lot more organized and neat than I could here. And this is a pallet that's now being sent off and ready to be loaded onto a container and shipped wherever it's needed.